Hey everybody, welcome to Jobber Radio. We're talking the Jobber Radio Prediction League. We're going to go over great balls of fire, who's going against who, what's going to happen, and hey, what happened at the past two house shows. We're not going to go into detail about the house shows, just a couple little sum up some stuff that went down. And real quick, the first thing I want to do is show you guys some of the new things that I did add on the site. Well, first of all, if you hover over the Predictions League tab, hover over past events. It's going to load up all the past events here. And just click one. Let's just go over Money in the Bank real quick. So we're going to open up the Money in the Bank page. And down in the bottom here where I do the little write-up, I added a new section where it will show what achievements people unlocked on that show. Now, I went all the way back. We've only done 6 shows now, but I went back through each show and posted which achievements people unlocked. So, for example, Time to Cash It In, that's the achievement name, and it is Win the Money in the Bank match. That was Tino that won that for 20 points. So I went through and did that for all the previous shows, and that's going to be on the little write-ups going forward. So that's a new little feature there that we got. So it's going to help me as well as you guys see who wins each achievement and when they do it, and it helps me keep track of them. So yeah, that's cool. Also, I added 5 new achievements. I know one was kind of in the works, which was absolutely perfect. Earn a perfect score for an event. Now, that means you got every match correct and all of the bonuses. So that's going to be worth 15 points. And then scroll on down. I added a couple career achievements here. These are all points-based. There's the Rising Star, 200 points. Say My Name, 500 points. Established Superstar, 1,000. And then, 1,500 points. Now we're getting somewhere. And if you see 10, 20, 30, 40 points, and we're going to go on from there. So, hey, it's career stats, career achievements. The more you get, the more shows you show up, the closer you get to unlocking these achievements here. So that's the 5 achievements I added. There's going to be more as we go. We're going to keep going. If you got ideas, throw them out on Twitter, @JobberRadio. Hit me up. And who knows, you might see it pop up in the thing. Absolutely perfect. I should have had that on there because I didn't think about it for some reason, but somebody did mention that. Sorry, I forgot who it was, but somebody's like, hey, have a perfect score on there, and hey, there it is. So, all right, let's get down to business. Let's see what happened where's it at? There. First, we're going to go over Best in the World. We're going to go over Best in the World first. Wookie beat Scott in the main event. Scott, again, suffering a 1-point loss here. Scott starting to crumble, starting to fall down. But, hey, you know what? He's going to be teaming up with Lee. If you saw the other stuff, the other news articles, that maybe tag team will help him out a little bit. And Woody, of course, gets another win and scores, I think it was most points on the night, which is somehow the dude keeps fucking putting up monster scores. We had a little feud that were kind of just started here. Junction and Cross, which I just found out. Thank you for messaging me on Twitter that X-Ross just means cross. Sorry if I'm too stupid to understand that. But anyway, we had the first ever team of Tom Popplestone. I don't have it on here fixed yet, but that's the team name. It's Cam, Popplestone, and Tom. They beat the Regulators, Crimson Cyborg and 3J Platinum to debut there. I fucking lost a Green Machine. Fuck you. I had a horrible night, though. Yeah, and there was a couple other things. John won a triple threat, getting an achievement. We had a couple debuts. I think this was the debut of Oh Hi Joey. Got a win over... you know what? I don't think that was his debut. But he did get another win here. I think his debut was at Money in the Bank. Anyway... yeah, some good stuff. These matches, like the Ring of Honor, the Impact, or if you want to call them Global Force now, these are treated as house shows. Not a whole lot happens. If you notice, my write-ups actually, this is a big write-up, but my write-ups will generally be shorter and not a whole lot storyline-wise will happen. Nothing big, nothing major. You do not have to take part in these if you don't want to. So, I'm not saying you have to take part in any of the Jobber Radio Prediction League shows, but hey, it's all for fun. Okay, what just happened at Slammiversary? This was just the other night. Woody once again gets another big night, getting the most points yet again, and actually he would have unlocked an achievement for the perfect score because he got everything right and the bonuses, but he already did that on the very first show. When me and him went one-on-one and we tied, we both got a perfect score. But he got another perfect score, and I believe Broken Nerd, where's he at on here? Yeah, Broken Nerd beat Peanut. Broken Nerd also got a perfect score, and if you scroll down, look at this. Absolutely perfect. Broken Nerd. There you go. So if you want to keep track of everything you got, just check down here, see if you unlock something. Jut9 made his debut, got a win over Banksy, so that's pretty good. Little debut win there. As we're going through, Captain Christmas turning around all his luck. I know it's on house shows, but hey, get some momentum going, and maybe you'll work your way up the card on the main show. And he's 2-0 on his last 2 shows. That's pretty big there. Got a big win over Alaska Brown, who 9 points. Not a great night, but hey, it happens. It's TNA, it's Impact, it's Global Force, whatever you want to fucking call it. Gord's got an achievement. He won a triple threat match between Oh Hi Joey and Luke, so that's good for him. And Tom got another no contest with Crofty here. That's his second, I believe. And Crofty, maybe her second. I'm not 100% sure on that one. But, yeah, these guys, they're locked in this, can't get a win. I'm the same way. I've had 2 ties myself. I'm going to try to break that and start actually getting wins like I did here on this show. I ended up beating Jonathan C.T. Martin 26 to -2 and actually gave me a trophy, or an achievement, sorry, called Squashed, because it's win by 25 or more. I'm actually, hey, just do a little humble brag here, you know. I'm the first person to get the Squash trophy, or sorry, I say trophy. I'm a PlayStation player, but first person to get that achievement. Oh, I also noticed something here. Jonathan C.T. Martin, I noticed when I was going through your picks, when I was adding up the scores, you accidentally put your confidence points, you double the confidence point. I did notice it early. I'm sorry. You put 1 up there twice. So, and you didn't put a 4. So, unfortunately, in a hardcore match, it's going to affect you more than normal. But you had to, since you missed that 4, that's automatically -4 points. So, guys, sometimes I will not catch them. Like, if it's just 1 off, I will not catch them, and those things will happen. So that is the result of not double-checking all of your stuff. So make sure you double-check all of your confidence points are not duplicating, okay? And then Wookie had the worst freaking night. Hardcore match, -14 points taken off of his career score there, and he got the loss. Buck N5 got the win there. And let's see, anything else notable happen here? One of pretty much a main eventer right now, John lost to Tagaby. That's a pretty big upset, I think. Lost by 5 points. Both guys put up a really good score. And I think match of the night actually went to the triple threat match, but this match was 1 point shy. So, yeah, these guys both did a really good job. Tagaby scored a huge win. Now, if he can transition that over to WWE shows, the main card, hey, now we're talking. So, all right, let's go back to the homepage here. This is what we're here to talk about. What's going to happen at Great Balls of Fire. So scroll down. Here's your events page, JRPL events. And when you click that, you're going to have all of the current or the upcoming cards here. We got SummerSlam already put up there. We got Battleground. But coming up first, Great Balls of Fire. And the card's not finalized yet at the moment of me recording this, so you cannot go make your predictions. But here we go. Let's run through the card. Let's see what kind of matches we got coming up. First of all, the main event, we're going to be crowning our first ever Jobber Radio Prediction League champion total. We're talking the Top Lock Championship will be on the line in the main event against Super Hippo and TB666. Both of these guys are doing outstanding right now. And I try not to pick favorites, so I'm not going to say who I want to win, but I'm just going to say TB666 has yet to get a defeat, period, in the JRPL, so it's going to be pretty tough. It's going to be pretty tough to beat that guy right there. So here I am going to release a news article later describing this match, but I am going to give you a little info right now about the Top Lock Championship matches. Every Top Lock Championship match will have its own unique stipulation that is tied to that title. Meaning, now if you want more details, you'll read the article that'll be posted later. But that means every Top Lock title match will have the stipulation of your Top Lock is going to count as double. Now, if you're not sure exactly what top lock means, I've said it in other videos, but top lock is where if you're on a 6-match card or a 7-match card or 8-match card, whatever match you predict as the most points. So if there's 8 matches and you're like, all right, I want, for example, if it's this show, I'm going to pick Samoa Joe for 8 points. That 8 is going to be my top lock. Or if it's 7 matches, that 7 is going to be my top lock. I hope that makes sense. It's relatively simple. I hope you can figure that out. But whatever match you pick for the most points is your top lock. So every top lock championship match, that means your top lock is going to be doubled. So if I pick Joe for 8, if I get it right, that means I get 16 points for that match. That is a big deal. That can make or break a lot of these top lock championship matches and is also going to result in some pretty high scores. So if you get in top lock title matches, you may be able to help boost your career points up. So that could be a good thing. But that'll all be in the article when I talk about this match. I'll post it later on. Let's move on. Woody versus Bastion here. Okay. These guys both are easily getting into the world title contender realm, I guess you can say. This isn't necessarily a #1 contenders match because we still have Battleground to go, so they're still a little up in the air. But a win in this match, I'm going to tell you right now, between these two, is going to go a long way. These guys are both, I think Bastion may have a loss. I'll have to double check that. I know Woody's undefeated. He hasn't won every match, though, because I've won against him twice and we tied. But I know he has not lost a match. You know what? Hey, we're going to do this right now. We're going to do this live. So you're going to hover over Prediction League. Let's go to roster. We're going to click on the roster and check out Bastion's profile page. Now, if you haven't done this yet, here are all the profiles. You can scroll through. Hey, who knows? This could be a little tutorial for you if you're not used to the website yet. But anyway, you're going to have all the profiles on there. And let's find Bastion. Let's click on his name, and let's load up his profile. So, yeah, right away, career record 3-1, career points 100, 5 achievements. Let's see. So, he has a loss against Tino. If you scroll down here to his match history, he lost against Tino at NXT TakeOver. So, he hasn't lost since the very first show, and that was an NXT show. So, he is undefeated on WWE shows. So that is going to be a huge match between Woody and Bastion. A lot on the line. A possible, I'm not saying it's guaranteed, but a possible world title shot coming up at SummerSlam. Both you guys need to step up your game. No pressure, no pressure. Moving on, we have Mr. Money in the Bank, Tino, going against Ash, who he started out strong, then he faltered just a little bit, trying to get a shot at the Top Lock Championship, but he's still working his way up the card. He's doing really good. A win over Tino would be huge, and Tino, who is also undefeated, could possibly keep adding to that record, keep building himself up, and, making himself look absolutely amazing, because right now he's unstoppable. Then we got Peanut versus John. There's a little bit of storyline behind this one at the Money in the Bank match on the couple shows ago. Basically, what happened was these guys were both in the Money in the Bank match. John was hanging up above the ring. There was a lot of stuff, confusion coming out. Woody came out, got dragged to the back, blah, blah, blah. But the main thing that led to this match was Peanut had the choice to pull down Tino or John that were hanging from the briefcase. Peanut pulled John down, which allowed Tino to get the Money in the Bank win and walk away with that briefcase. So John has a personal vendetta here going into this match against Peanut. And let's just say John has been pretty dominant for the most part, especially in WWE shows. And Peanut, let's just say, not so much. Let's just say not so much. Okay. So it's going to be interesting to see if Peanut can overcome the pissed off John, who was completely robbed of the Money in the Bank briefcase. Then going on, we have the first round of the Tournament of Death. All of these matches right here are all hardcore matches, meaning if you predict a match incorrect, that score, however many points you put on that match, it is subtracted from your score. So you got to be careful in these hardcore matches. In the first one, we have Cross versus Tagaby versus me, Bomber. Then we go on, we have Wookie versus Luke versus Victory Green. Then we have Buck N5 versus CM Carlito versus Tom. And then the final first round match, we have Exterminators versus Crofty versus Broken Nerd. Now, I am going to state this right now. I'm kind of scared about Exterminators maybe not showing up. He showed up at Extreme Rules, but hasn't posted predictions since then. So, just a little side note, if he does no show, he will be replaced in this match. It'll be another person put in this match. And if you scroll down, let's see who's not booked. We got Joe Blow, Banksy, Jay Scott, Accelerator 27, and Oh Hi Joey. One of these guys, I'm not going to say who knows, we'll find out soon enough. One of these guys is a substitute in this match. So, hey, Exterminators might show up and everything will go as planned, but if he doesn't, one of these 5 guys will be put in that match and have a possible opportunity to win the first ever Jobber Radio Prediction League Ultraviolet Championship. Okay, so moving on. On the main card, we got Redhead 12. I assume that's what that's supposed to be. Redhead with an E, 3. Redhead 12 versus Legit Boss 2K. Redhead is undefeated right now. Legit Boss fluctuating, really looks amazing sometimes and then falters a little bit. So we're going to see if maybe she can get a little bit better consistency and, again, keep herself on the main card here. And then we have a big tag team match. First ever team of the GMSG and Spring Tigress versus The Solution, who already look like a solid tag team. We got The Warden and Beer Me Jesus. We're going to see if they can keep building on their success or if the new team can get a pretty big upset win here. So that's going to be the last match on the main card. So let's go over the Great Balls of Fire kickoff matches. We got Vitamin Yes, who I don't think has got a win yet, versus Matt Zion, who's looking pretty good. He did get a loss on the last Money in the Bank, and he refuses to show up at house shows. He doesn't want to do Ring of Honor or Impact or anything like that. So you're only going to see Matt Zion on the main WWE and NXT shows. So heads up on that. And we got Junction, who is undefeated, going against Peanut Is My Bitch 69, who, man, talk about a slide. And I don't know why, because I don't know why I really have Peanut Is My Bitch 69 this low on the card, because he's main evented several shows, did really good. He's always had good point totals and even won Match of the Night, but yet I guess this is just a stacked card. And also the Tournament of Death is kind of hogging up a lot of the main card. So anyway, we got Junction versus Peanut Is My Bitch 69. We got the Green Machine versus Rab. Rab picked up his first win at the last WWE show, Money in the Bank, so we'll see if he can keep building on that success. Green Machine also got a win. I believe it was over me at that show. So 2 guys going in off a win. Let's see what happens. And Gourds, who, as you saw just a little while ago, destroyed it on, I was about to say SummerSlam, Slammiversary. There we go. The Slammiversary card. But hey, that's Impact. That's Global Force. That's not WWE. We'll see how he goes up against Modstep, who has been pretty much lights out for the most part in the JRPL. And then we have another debuting tag team, the Outsiders. We're talking Lee. We're talking Scott from Jobber Radio going up against the Regulators, Crimson Cyborg, and 3J Platinum, who have yet to get a win as a tag team. And I believe they've had the most tag team matches so far. So you got to admire. They're sticking to it. They got their eyes on the prize. They want a shot at them tag team titles, and they're going to do everything they can to get there. So somebody's going to get their first tag team win in this match. Hope to God it's not a draw. And the third member of the Regulators, Captain Charisma versus Alaska Brown. Now, Alaska Brown got his first win at the last WWE show, but that's his only win. He's really struggling. Meanwhile, Captain Charisma has won his last 2 matches, which were both house shows. He's lost every WWE match and NXT match before so far. So we're going to see if he can actually transition that success into the WWE. Who knows who's going to walk out with a big win here. And then Shockmaster, who's looked pretty strong so far. He's a new guy. Had a couple matches against Otis. Let's just say struggling. Otis is yet to get a win. Otis is trying the best he can. He keeps posting on Twitter. He's like, you know what? I didn't get a win, but I'm doing better. I'm picking better. I'm getting in there. And you know what? Keep at it. You're going to get some wins coming up soon if you keep that attitude. And then we got Sparkman versus Jonathan C.T. Martin. Both of these guys relatively new. Starting off, let's see who can get a big win here and, just work their way up the card. That's pretty much the philosophy for the bottom card here. If you're seeing yourself in a bunch of kickoff matches, all you got to do is just start winning, and you'll start finding yourself up on the main card here. And like I said, Joe Blow, Banksy, Jay Scott, Accelerator 27, Oh Hi Joey, yet to be given a match. You will be given a match. And if you're watching this video, and you're still watching this video, because I'm going a little long here, and you haven't yet taken part in the JRPL, all you got to do, sign up, click on the top of the page here, join the prediction league, fill out all the information, and then post your predictions when it's time. You will be given a match no matter what. I promise. If you don't see your name anywhere on this list, if you don't see your name anywhere on here, you will be given a match if you post your predictions properly. And I'm going to say it right now. Do not, repeat, do not duplicate confidence points, please. I know somebody's still going to do it anyway. I know you are. But please double check, make sure your confidence points do not duplicate, and everything will be perfect. So, guys, that's Great Balls of Fire. We got Battleground coming up not long after that, July 23rd. The only match scheduled so far, I got a tag match here. The Outsiders versus Spring Tigress in the GMSG. So, basically, I'm trying to get a lot. There'll be several tag matches on this show. This is going to be the last show before SummerSlam. I'm trying to build up the tag division. If you guys want to be in a tag team or you're open to being in a tag team, hit me up on Twitter. I need some tag teams. And as you see, some of these, I'm going to throw some together. If it works out, it works out. You don't have to be a thing, basically. If you don't want to be a tag team, just let me know, hey, I really don't want to be in a tag team, and I can make sure it doesn't happen. Anytime you want a certain match, hit me up on Twitter, @JobberRadio. We'll talk about it. We'll figure something out for you. And as long as it's not, hey, I want a world title match, because obviously I'll tell you to fuck off. So, yeah. And SummerSlam, every title will be on the line. We got a long way to go before we get there, so plenty more till we get there, guys. Here we go. Great Balls of Fire coming up. Everybody that's taking part, best of luck to you. I hope you're enjoying the JRPL. We're going to have a lot more profiles being added to the website, so if you don't see your profile up there yet, it's coming. It's coming. I'm doing a lot of stuff here, so hey, it's coming. Don't get on my back. All right, guys. For real though, hope you enjoyed. We'll see you guys in the next video, and best of luck at Great Balls of Fire.